is a significant day, as Nakba Day marks the anniversary of the catastrophic expulsion of the Palestinian people in 1948 by the Zionist Israeli state that led to the displacement of over 750,000 people. The escalated attacks on Palestine since October 7, 2023, have been called the second Nakba by several Palestinian groups and sparked the founding of Labor for Palestine in Vancouver. Workers with L4P have been working to build solidarity in the labor movement with Palestine long before and ever since.
Before we begin our program this evening, we want to acknowledge that this event is taking place on the stolen and unceded territories of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh nations, and express our deepest solidarity to the Indigenous nations across these lands that continue to wage powerful land defense movements for their right to sovereignty, self-determination, and liberation.
Colonialism is a global system that has destroyed communities across the world, whether that be right here on these lands or in Palestine. However, it's also important to remember that whenever we have seen oppression, we've also seen strong and powerful resistance movements, like the ones here and in Palestine, that are fighting against colonialism and imperialism.
And this is what brings us all here today, to show our love and solidarity to Palestinians who have been suffering under a brutal occupation for several decades and now enduring a horrific genocide for well over a year. Despite this, Palestinians have not given up and continue to resist in the face of this unimaginable violence. And as labor activists here in Canada, we must show Palestine that labor stands with them. We do want to share a lot more information with you about what Labor for Palestine has done since its founding, because we've done a lot of great work. We can do more, but the only way we could do more, as Kayla said, is if we're all together and we all get involved. So since we founded Labor for Palestine in Vancouver after the horrific escalation of the Palestinian genocide in October 2023, we built a strong organization of union members committed to building the solidarity movement for Palestinian liberation. And I'll tell you, these are some of the best people that I've organized with. The people that organized this event today, I've never worked with such an amazing group of people. And you've heard from some of them. But the others were in the back, the background scene. Some of them were in the room over there because we know that there is limited space here. But they put so much work into this. Yes, we did pass resolutions, but as Chris said, that was just the first step. We held workshops about, well, now how do we hold our leaders accountable for these resolutions? How do we get them to show up to these events that we're having right now and get them to stand with Palestine, get them to act for Palestine? And continue to put Palestine on the agenda. And we also just like to thank, however, like all the different folks who pushed for their unions to support this event financially. Collectively, unions contributed $8,100 to make this event possible. That was just from the unions alone.
And we want to thank each and every union and every single member of these unions who supported this event and made Chris's trip and tour possible. So we'd like to thank the Burnaby Teachers Association. Woo! The Vancouver and District Labor Council. Woo! IATSE Local 938. The Teaching Support Staff Union. The BCTF Staff Union, TSU. QP 2278. And the BCTF International Solidarity Fund. And I also want to thank SFU Labor Studies. And last but not least, Dave Pritchett, retired longshore, third-generation communist, and lifelong friend of the labor movement.
Woo! We love you, Dave. You are the best. This event could not happen without you. Big round of applause to Dave Pritchett. Woo! We also, of course, want to thank RedGate Arts Society for hosting this event without cost and donating the proceeds to this fundraiser. Yes. They're amazing. All the RedGate workers and volunteers who made this possible, we couldn't do this without you. And of course, like I said, all the Labor for Palestine volunteers who worked countless hours, and I'll tell you, countless hours. Thank God it's done.